name is Joe Popper, and I'd like to share with you my adventures on filming the Golden Gate Bridge with a drone. My wife gave me a new drone for my birthday, the DJI Mini 3 Pro. It's a very cool device, and I'm using it to enhance my video capability. I've been enjoying making videos over the last year or so. And so, as part of that journey, I wanted to film the Golden Gate Bridge. That's been my goal, and it's turning out to be quite a challenge. The next item on our agenda is to find a place to actually launch the drone. The challenge is we've got to find a location that is close enough to the bridge so you can get to the bridge in a reasonable amount of time and still have enough battery left to take pictures and come back. It's time to scout a few locations. This is the Before You Fly app, and as you can see, there are a number of restricted airspaces. Specifically, where we're interested in is the Golden Gate Bridge, which is right there, and you can see all the restricted airspace. Also, you can see that the waterfront for a long way on the north side of San Francisco is restricted. What we're looking for are some of these piers where potentially we can get line of sight to the bridge and be able to launch the drone from there. The app tells us this is an okay airspace to launch from. I'm at Pier 27 scouting the location, and I can't see the bridge from here clearly, so this is not going to be a good location, but it's a great spot for flying the drone in general. Flying drones is relatively simple. Flying them correctly and legally is a whole nother challenge. So in San Francisco, you have an enormously complex regulatory situation. So the city of San Francisco won't let you launch or fly drones in a city park. There's also federal and state regulations. So you can't fly over the state beaches, as an example, and you can't fly in the Presidio. And more importantly, the Golden Gate Bridge is on federal property, so that's considered illegal to fly over. Now, the restrictions say you can't fly within 500 feet of the bridge. So that's the goal or the parameters that I've got to work with. And then you've got airspace issues. So a drone has to stay below 400 feet in order to be legal. And in the San Francisco area, there's multiple active airports and airspaces. So you have to be very, very careful about not flying in an active controlled airspace. So you can't fly near an airport. That's another example. So it's been a bit of a challenge to look at and understand all of the flight restrictions and to come up with a place that I can actually fly and fly to the bridge, the Golden Gate Bridge, and take those photos.
At the end of Pier 45, there's this new, modern pier structure, and it's completely out of place. The question is, why is it here? Because Pier 45 is very old, so it doesn't match up with its current surroundings. It turns out it's here to hold up this survey mark.
This is my setup on the end of the pier. This location is the farthest point north and west before you get into restricted airspace. From here, I can launch and land legally. All of the land this way is federal land and flight restricted, and the Golden Gate Bridge itself is flight restricted, but the water going out to the Golden Gate Bridge is legal. So it's challenging to find a place that you can launch your drone and still be legal and take good pictures. This was my first attempt at trying to film the Golden Gate Bridge, and I ran into several technical issues. My batteries were not fully charged, and the distance to the bridge is too far, so I couldn't get all the way to the bridge and have enough battery to actually take some pictures. I did have enough battery to go to Alcatraz, so I took some Alcatraz pictures. When I flew over to Alcatraz, I started getting airspace warnings. Alcatraz is flight restricted, so you can't fly over it, but you can fly up to it and around it, which is what I did. I'll have to try again another day to actually get my Golden Gate pictures. I got up early this morning to take pictures of the bridge. I'm here at Fisherman's Wharf. Let's see how it goes.